pig.
All right, welcome back to another edition of NFL Crapshooters. Kofad, why don't you tell all the viewers at home? I think there were some technical difficulties. The video might not have gotten up last week. Why don't you tell them how we did? We all won all our bets.
Well, I was going to say,
just tell them that. Just say everyone won. Nobody would know.
The three of us that actually did the show last week that'll never be seen had the three best records, but only one of us is over 500. That would be Taylor. He went 5-2, 71%. Nolan, you and I both went 3-4, 42%. Troy was 2-5, and Brett, tough week for him. 1-6, 14%. On the season,
Pinchek promised he would send us picks.
Didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
Man word.
He's still in first technically. 45, 33, and 58%. It's amazing. He's had a bye week for like 5 weeks. And he's
I get it. He's in first place.
I was going to say he's picked about the same amount of games that we have.
Right.
He's been off for 5 weeks. Taylor is now in second place, 44, 38, and 2 at 54%. Nolan, you're right behind, 46, 40, and 1 at 53%. Troy, 41, 44, and 2. I'm 41, 44, and 1. So me and Troy are right there at 48%. Brett moved into last place, 38, 46, and 1 at 45%. And let's not forget Rumpy, 0-2, 0%.
Wait, Brett moved into last place?
Yeah, after one. It was between me and him, and I think, and then
last place for last week
for the season. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was in last place the whole time.
He might have been, but now he's definitely he's got it for now. But I mean, I have way too many picks on the card, so I'm probably going to be in last place after this week.
Or in first.
Maybe. I'm doing good on free money.
Last.
Yeah.
So did anybody give you their picks? Probably not.
Troy did.
Oh, Troy did.
So just
Troy hasn't been on the show in a while.
He's a busy man.
Busy. All right. Well, let's kick it off. We have Thursday Night Football, another AFC North matchup because the Steelers hadn't played anybody in their division until last week, so they get the win over the Ravens without even scoring a touchdown. Hard to do. Browns, I don't know what to think of the Browns. Browns are home dogs. They're bad. Browns home dogs plus 3.5. Over under is 36.5. Kofad, give you some stats, and we will also take the weather in this outdoor game.
Yeah, and you know what? I probably should start doing the weather for these dome games between roofs falling and roofs not opening up. I maybe should start doing that going forward, but I didn't do it for this week. But anyway.
Well, and the Raiders opened it up and they got burned up and they with their black jerseys and fell apart in the second half.
The Raiders?
They opened the roof last week.
They can't open that roof.
Oh, they did.
Not in Allegiant Stadium. It's a dome.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Because they played Miami last week, the Dolphins. Yeah.
Or were they in Miami? I can't remember.
Yeah.
That was open.
And it was definitely in Miami.
Mm-hmm. It was Hard Rock.
Because it was a 10 a.m. game out here. Anyway, in terms of Cleveland.
He's drunk again.
Yeah.
The heat hurt him.
Yeah, well, everything hurts the Raiders. 35 degrees, rain, partly cloudy, 8-mile-per-hour winds. How about this for a stat? The Steelers have never won a road divisional Thursday night football game. 0-7 all time.
What?
0-5 under Tomlin, including a 1-4 against the spread. And in fact, Tomlin's just not good on the road on Thursday night. He's 2-8 straight up in his career on Thursday night road football games.
Wow.
0-5 in division.
Those are some hard-hitting stats.
Now he's been a coach for a while, so this is going way back, but still, that's pretty surprising.
I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Taylor, you get to lead us off.
Yeah, I mean, last week with the Steelers, they were 3.5. I'll go 3.5 in that division. Just that's like a magic number. Give me the Browns at home. Just as much as last week was a Mike Tomlin rah-rah spot, this is a Mike Tomlin ha-ha spot.
Oh,
love it.
They
clip that.
I don't know if this takes.
Oh, don't clip
awesome. His extender.
It's gonna be low scoring. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, Kofad said the Browns stink, but I'm tending to lean with Taylor on this one. Home dogs, like coming off of a high, even though they didn't even score a touchdown. I don't even know what to think of Russell Wilson. I mean, he's undefeated.
Yeah, he is.
Steelers got good defense. Jameis magic is kind of over, but he's still like got that unpredictability.
Yes.
So you still play good defense, but who knows what's going to happen? He throws it up in the air and somebody catches it for an 80-yard touchdown. I'll take the Browns at home plus 3.5. Letdown spot. I agree with Taylor. Kofab. Yeah, you already said the Browns stink. You can't take them.
Well,
wow.
I gave that stat, and Troy
you gave a bunch of stats.
And they were all against the Steelers on Thursday night. And Troy is also taking the Browns plus 3.5.
Oh, no.
Well, and last week, I was the only one on the show to take Washington on Thursday night. And for 3.5 quarters, it looked like it was going to win. And then Washington blew it in the fourth. So I'm changing my pick. Give me Browns plus 3.5. I'm not going solo.
The only reason I was erring on not taking this is it seems like the better team has won like every week.
That's part of my thinking too. Like public's doing pretty well this lately.
Who played last Thursday?
The Eagles, Washington. The Eagles won.
Oh yeah, you were the only one to take Washington.
Week before that, Ravens, Bengals. Ravens won.
Yeah, but that was. They didn't cover? They didn't cover.
No, that's true. That's true. But I'll take Browns plus 3.5.
Yeah,
because the Steelers are. I mean, they're 8-2. They're good.
They are, and the Browns will look so bad. But you're right. Jameis could turn it around. Short week.
Shitty weather.
Taylor. I think it's going to be an ugly game.
So everyone's on the Browns.
Yeah.
What's the over under 36?
36.5.
Yeah, I would lean under.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Steelers can't score a touchdown. Who knows what the Browns are going to do? All right. Sunday, we have the 49ers. What are they, 500 this year? Are they under 500?
Is it 4-4?
It might be 4-5. They just lost to Seattle.
Wow.
It was the week.
5-5.
5-5, all right. It was the week of quarterbacks running it in at the end of the game to score a touchdown to win. Because it was Geno. Yep. It was Josh Allen. Might have been Richardson, too. Didn't he bully over the Jets?
He did.
On the goal line.
Yeah.
It's just happening all over the place.
I mean, to be fair, if Joshua fell down the 5-yard line, we still would have won.
Yeah, but that would have been as cool.
No.
He wants all the glory.
As Jim Nantz said, play the season.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Great call, great play.
We don't have any Bills games
Matt Collins had a great view
but...
of it on the big screen.
Yeah, he's pointing to it.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I can't believe I didn't go to the game. One of my biggest regrets.
Going, it's the playoffs. That's when it matters.
All right. Well, we got the 49ers versus the Packers. Packers are favored by 2. Packers, who did they play last week? Oh, they won off the Bears.
Field goal.
God damn. Over-under is 47.5. Kofod, give me some stats, and I'll take the weather.
Yeah, here comes some Lambeau weather. Partly cloudy, 42 degrees, 6-mile-per-hour winds, 15% chance of rain. How about this for a stat? Brock Purdy has made 31 career regular season starts. He has been a favorite in every one of those games. This is the first time in his career he'll be an underdog in a regular season game.
Wow. Is that true?
Yes.
Does that put a chip on his shoulder, you think?
It sounds like he's got a hurt shoulder. He's questionable.
Is he?
He was limited in practice, yeah.
I don't pay attention to them West Coast teams.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys are on the East Coast. That's fair.
But we play them next week.
He's playing. He's playing against the Packers. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Taylor,
Monday
what do you
night,
got for this game?
Yeah, without knowing what's going on with Purdy, got some weather. I think everyone. I don't know. The weather's. I don't know. Give me the over. Fuck it.
Oh, I thought you were going under.
No, I think the weather. I think the weather's overrated in this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, from what I wrote down.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what to think about either one of these teams.
Fair.
The 49ers should be good, but they're not. And the Pack, I don't know if I trust Jordan Love. I mean,
he's going to throw one bad pick a game. That's the way he's been doing lately.
They should have lost to the Bears.
Yes.
That's even 2 weeks in a row.
Even before the blocked field goal, the Bears were already playing conservative. Once they got to the 30, settling for the field goal, they should have just kept going. But that's what the Bears are.
That's Eberhus or Flus or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got to be gone. fuck it. I'll take the 49ers getting the points. They got to turn around at some point. This seems to be the point where they kind of turn around and go on a run, then all of a sudden they're in the playoffs. I mean, that division's still up for grabs, I feel like.
Yes. Yeah.
So they're definitely still playing for something.
Rams, Seahawks, and 49ers 5-5, Cardinals 6-4. It's
Cardinals
totally up
Cardinals are the favorite.
Yeah, it's totally up for grabs for everyone.
This is like the first time the 49ers haven't been the betting favorite in that division in like 2.5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kofi just
Something
said
crazy.
Purdy's never been an underdog.
In regular season.
Might even be longer than that. It's something wild.
It'd be like
Jimmy
Carson
Garoppolo.
Palmer. Yeah.
Even before Garoppolo?
Well, I'm saying maybe when Carson Palmer was with the Cardinals, maybe that's the last time someone not the 49ers was favored. Maybe, I don't know.
They had
Or
a couple of
I
years.
guess Russell Wilson with Seattle. Probably.
They had the Garoppolo years where he was
true.
hurt. And
Yeah.
All right, Kofi. What do you got for this game?
Troy is also going to take the over on this game. And Nolan, I'm with you. This is where the 49ers start to look more normal. The fact that they're underdogs. George Kittle said today he's playing against the Packers, so he'll be back. I would not be surprised if he plays well in this game. And like you said, can you trust Jordan Love? He's going to look great. A lot of the time, then he's going to throw a stupid interception. Give me the 49ers to make a statement, bounce back. I love the fact that they're a dog in this game. 49ers +2.
I'm with you, Kofi. Love that pick. All right. Let's kick it on into Sunday night. Who sings the Sunday night song?
Carrie Underwood for Sunday. Yeah, Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. Yep. She's going to lead us off into this game. Eagles versus the Rams. Rams are +3. Eagles look like, I mean, they're probably the second best team in the NFC.
Yeah, with them in the lines. Yep, right now.
Yeah. Rams.
They're up and down.
Up and down.
They beat the Patriots last week. Did not look great, though. Puka had that great catch in the end zone.
Great catch.
I was going to say, I feel like they've mostly been down.
I mean,
well, when you're 5-5, that means you're going up and down.
It's true. And their defense looks like it's come around and it's
I'm
good
telling
now.
you that defensive line with Jared Verse and Fisk, the two Florida State rookies, are damn good.
But they just put back-to-back wins together, right?
Well, they beat the Patriots. Who they played
And
the
before
week
that,
No, they lost to the Dolphins.
That's right, on Monday night.
The week before that,
Hence up and down.
Up and down. Every other.
No, beating the teams you're supposed to doesn't.
The week before that, they beat the Seahawks. Up and down.
Should have lost that game.
Yeah, but Matt Stafford just bang. Wasn't it overtime? Touchdown, game over.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. That's what I thought was back-to-back. All right. Eagles, Rams. Did you give me a stat yet?
No. Let me ask you guys a question because it's going to lead to my
Sure.
stat. Who would you say is the most valuable player on the Eagles?
Saquon.
AJ
Taylor?
Brown.
The stats would say A.J. Brown might be the correct answer. The Eagles are 7-0 straight up when A.J. Brown has played this season, averaging 30 points per game. When he's out, they are 1-2 straight up, averaging 17 points per game.
That's the definition of most valuable.
Yeah.
And that one win was against the Browns.
That's right.
So there was still
Taylor, you have Kofi's stat book or something?
No, I know
He's just on it. Yeah. Except about the Raiders Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that I don't know where he came
That was wild.
It was a long weekend.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor, what do you got for this game then?
Eagles.
Come on, you said you had a lot to say. The show was going to take a while.
Well, you missed my TSA rant, so
That's true. Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles too. Eagles are playing good despite Sirianni. Sirianni, I don't know what to think of him. He wants to be Dan Campbell so bad.
Yes.
But it's just cringy.
In character and in crazy fourth down calls.
Yes.
the problem
It
is
is cringy.
Sirianni's just an average looking dude where Dan Campbell is a big man who looks like he's crazy.
He's a big burly man.
He fits the part. Like he looks like he's crazy.
But Sirianni's just getting in fights with people in the stands.
Every time I see a Dan Campbell clip, especially the locker room clips, it's like, yeah, this is awesome. Every time I see a Sirianni clip, I roll my eyes. That's the difference.
Yeah. All right. Kofod.
Troy is going to take the Eagles -3, and so am I. Too many weapons.
Everybody's taking Eagles.
Especially with a healthy A.J. Brown. I would tend to lean to the over as well. This could be a fun Sunday night game, much like last week's game, Chargers, Bengals, excuse me. But yeah, if we get a healthy A.J. Brown and Saquon doing his thing and Hurts isn't being too bad, and by the way, that defense for the Eagles starting to really come into shape. They looked really good in that second half against a banged-up Washington team.
Yeah, what are the corners call themselves? The scary whites or something? Entertaining whites?
No, it's not scary whites. What is it?
I don't know.
I know what you're talking about because they wore the shirt into the.
The Eagles are good at their draft. They're good at drafting. They draft.
Yes, they are.
They draft players that they can just plug in immediately and automatically contribute.
I feel like we struggle with that a bit.
Yeah. But usually like our guys that we draft, they tend to be better in like year 2 and 3. But those just late round picks, our first round picks are usually just not good.
Elite whites.
That's almost worse.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Let's get into Monday night. We have a good game.
Yeah.
Ravens, Chargers, the Hardball Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, tongue twister. Kofod, give me a stat. It is a roofed game, but
they got the little opening.
You never know.
You never know. Maybe something sheet metal come through. Monday night football overs have been killing this season. Monday night football are 10-4 to the over this season. Only 2008 was the last time they had a better Monday night football over record at this point in the season than right now in 2024. And the over for this game is 51.
This game almost screams over. You think Chargers?
It does.
Offense is coming together. Baltimore's defense isn't great, but they got a good offense. But Harbaugh likes to just ground and pound and out-muscle you, maybe eats up the clock. But Taylor, I'll give the first pick to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under.
See, I knew it.
Yep. Smart.
I mean, up until last week, their games are pretty much just all going under. Except for the one time
Jim likes to run the ball methodically down the field, take up clock. Baltimore has bad defense, so they can probably run all over them.
And the Ravens like to run the ball unless they play the Chiefs or the Steelers.
Or if it's the fourth quarter of a close game.
Then they throw it around.
Then they just put Henry on the bench.
Yeah, they just all bets are off.
Yeah.
It usually doesn't go well. What was I just gonna say? Why can't the Ravens beat the Steelers? The Ravens to the Steelers is like the Dolphins to the Bills.
Yes, it's a good analogy. Yeah.
Except for the Ravens have been the better team.
Exactly.
Like globally in the league.
Right. But for some reason, Tomlin just
they embrace it. They love it. Yeah.
But I think we got to root for the Ravens to beat the Steelers in the next time they match up.
We'll see. We'll see how the records
We'll see.
Go between now and Christmas,
We'll see. Maybe the Browns win this week.
Hey, we all got a plus 3.5,
I would rather
go.
I guess I'm not scared of Pittsburgh. I'll play them in Pittsburgh. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take the Ravens. They're gonna be pissed off from that game they just lost. They're gonna bounce back. Chargers probably feeling pretty good about themselves, even though they kind of like fell apart in the fourth quarter, third quarter, whatever it was.
Yeah, that was almost the old Chargers coming back.
Yeah. So hungry dog runs faster, I guess. Ravens, I think they should be the better team. Bad defense. I'll take the Ravens. Kofod.
Troy is also going to take the Ravens -3. I'm taking the Chargers +3. The Chargers are more fundamental. They don't make. I know they almost let the Bengals game get away, but I think a lot of that too is the Bengals offense is phenomenal, and that was a great game. I gotta say, by the way, Chris Collinsworth, I'm back on. I'm a fan of. He was just so much enjoying Herbert and Burrow going back and forth. I like him. He's a good announcer. But anyway, besides that, the Ravens, they have stupid penalties.
Mhm.
They make dumb coaching mistakes in close games. They should have a much better record than what they are right now. I mean, the fact is they were a 1 seed last year without Derrick Henry.
True.
Now they're looking to be a wild card team with Derrick Henry. Give me the Chargers. Give me the actual underdog in this game. Speaking of hungry dog runs faster. And Jim Harbaugh is the older brother. He's already lost the Super Bowl to his younger brother. He can't lose this one. My guess is that as soon as that schedule came out, he's been planning some type of trick play or something weird to get going on Monday night to surprise his little brother. He's going to pull that out. Give me my guy Harbaugh, the good one, Jim Harbaugh, Chargers +3.
The good one. Yeah, the Chargers win. I did not know this. They'll be 8-3. I did not know they were 7-3.
They're not out of that division yet.
No, they're not.
No.
And they should have probably beat the Chiefs the first time.
Yeah.
Chiefs could have lost. Chiefs could easily be 5-6.
If you
they did like those reverse records in close games.
If you swapped all of their one possession games, and I guess you can't even include the Bills game in that because it was a 2-possession game.
Right.
They'd be like 2 and whatever, 8, 9.
Switch the Chiefs and switch the Bengals and see what happens,
And their 15-game win streak, they had 12 games that were decided by one possession.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. But the Bills put an end to that, didn't they? What a game.
Great game.
I wish they were playing this week. But I'm glad they won.
I like having the bye week after that emotional game.
The bye, I'm saying for us as the fans, because you're still on that high. And you're like, shit, let's get back to it. But I mean, bye week came at a great time.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect bye week.
So hopefully Coleman's coming back. Kincaid will see. Cooper, even like Curtis Samuel was like, I need this bye week. Desperate.
Yeah. Brown.
Yeah, Brown.
You know who doesn't need it? Matt Collins, because he does those foot things.
Walks on his feet. Maybe everybody take a lesson out of Matt Collins' book.
Yeah, just go bare feet.
Also, shout out to freaking Osiris Torrance. I went back and watched Osiris Torrance versus Chris Jones. Chris Jones didn't do shit.
He was quiet in the game.
He couldn't do anything versus Osiris. Amazing. Great pickup. Also not a first-round pick, second-round pick, but okay.
The two great things on the Bills, Josh, and the offensive line. Like great elite.
Defense played great.
Defense has been good. Yes, definitely. But I'm saying like elite level,
Bernard, I feel like, is elite.
Yeah, that's fair. You put him in that category.
He kind of reminds me of Luke Kuechly in the fact that he knows exactly where the ball's going to be before it's snapped.
Yeah.
So
it's good. It's a good comp.
Maybe get Milano back. Do we need him? Do you want him?
I mean, might as well throw him out, see what he's got.
But I mean, do you put him out there instead of
you put him out when he's ready?
Williams? I don't know. Yeah. Maybe rotate him in. Yeah,
it's hard because how long is it going to take him to get up to speed?
Right. Rotate him in, give him some reps, see how he looks.
But I think it's easy to forget how good he actually was.
And he hasn't played in 400 days or something. I don't know. It's been a while.
I mean, it took Von Miller, 500 days to get back up to speed, 500 days in the rust.
Yeah, but that was ACL. I don't know I think some of that's just like getting used to playing again. Yeah. Getting up into game speed.
We finished the season Patriots, Jets, Patriots. That'd be a perfect time to really give Milano a lot of PT.
Give him some reps.
Those games after we get through 49ers, Rams, Lions.
Just watch Drake May fucking run through his bicep and he tries to make a tackle.
Drake May looking pretty good.
Little Josh Allen-esque.
Yeah. God damn it.
All right. So we have a bonus college game to pick on the board.
Yeah. Top 5 matchup. Number 5 Indiana at number 2 Ohio State. Ohio State is favored by 13.5. Over under is 51.5. Co-5. What do you got stat-wise? Stat-wise, weather-wise, and I got a little news on this as well. Let me start with the weather. I think it's important news for this line. Partly cloudy, 45 degrees, 25% chance of rain, 12 mile per hour winds. In the last 30 years, we've only seen one other 10-0 straight up or better Big Ten team at this point in the season listed as a double-digit underdog.
Mm.
And it's a very famous game.
Mm.
And that double-digit underdog won outright in one of the
Michigan
greatest.
State.
That's not a bad guess. How about 2002 Fiesta Bowl, 2003 Fiesta Bowl, excuse me, when Ohio State as a 14-point dog beat the undefeated Miami Hurricanes for the national champ.
I was thinking about in tournament conference.
Yeah. We've had a couple double-digit underdogs in conference games this past 20 years. Notre Dame versus Clemson 2020. Notre Dame lost by 24 as a double-digit dog. Bama versus Florida in 2008. Bama was a double-digit dog. That was the Tebow's years. Florida won by 11. Here's the news that I think is pretty interesting. Ohio State center Seth McLaughlin tore his Achilles yesterday in practice. He's out for the season. Ohio State's already had a banged-up offensive line all season. He's also the same center. He cost me the game of the year on January 1st. He was Alabama's center last season. He was the one that had the yips in the Rose Bowl. He hadn't had the yips this season, but he tore his Achilles on Tuesday yesterday. Tough break for the Buckeyes heading into this game this weekend.
A lot of stats. Taylor, what are you going to pick?
I will take the under.
51.5.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I could see Ohio State just kicking their ass. Who is Indiana beat? They've won impressively, but Michigan,
Nebraska, Michigan, UCLA, Washington. Not a murderer's row.
I saw somewhere they will play 7 out of the 8 bottom teams in the.
When you have the huge 18-team conference, someone's going to get the luck of the draw every year and have a weaker schedule. And it turned out to be Indiana, and they got the right coach, and they've been getting.
They were talking about the Indiana versus Georgia if it came down between who gets in.
Yeah, a lot of SEC fans are hoping that Indiana gets their ass kicked on Saturday. They are not happy about Indiana being ranked this high right now.
Well, they play well. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take Indiana. Plus 13.5. Too many points. Kofod said center's hurt. I don't love their quarterback.
Will Howard.
He's okay.
Yeah.
He's a game manager.
Yeah, he might be a little better than that, but yeah, you're right. He's not like an elite NFL prospect.
They could have really rolled Penn State. If they didn't throw the pick six, if they didn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean, pick six.
And Penn State has a goal line play that works. That's a tied game, and then what could have been a different story, too. So you can look at it both ways.
Well, Kofod, tell me what Troy's going to take. Give me your pick.
Troy is also going to take the under, just like Taylor. And Nolan, I'm with you. Ohio State, they play with their food too much, whether it be against Nebraska or some of these other teams where they're far superior than. They hang around. They start off slow. They wait too long. Indiana has been hearing, they're coming off a bye week about how they don't deserve to be here. They're soft. They're overrated. SEC, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Georgia, Bama are all better than Indiana. Put them in over Indiana. I think Indiana comes out on fire, puts a little scare in Ohio State. I'm definitely rooting for Indiana. I think it would be an awesome story if they get the upset. But, yeah, I think they can keep this within 2 touchdowns. Give me the Hoosiers plus 13.5.
With you, Kofod. 100%.
Yeah. Fun game. Fun. What a random thing that Indiana, Ohio State is a far bigger game than Michigan, Ohio State this season. That's
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Well, let's get to our normal college football bet of the week. Kofod, how did we do last week?
Taylor was the only winner. He had James Madison minus 2.5 over Old Dominion. They won by 3. So he won by half. Hey,
probably I middled that fucking thing. 2.5, 3.5.
Yeah.
At home.
Wow.
You get it.
Good for you.
I said it was a rough weekend. I was on one.
Yeah, that was a good one. And because not only did the rest of us lose, we lost in games that weren't even close. Nolan, you had LSU minus 4.5. LSU has quit on this season. They got destroyed. Well, not destroyed.
Quit.
They lost.
Every time I bet them, I remember when the game starts how much I hate Brian Kelly.
And he's yelling, screaming at players, and they're down 11 to Florida. Yeah, so Florida won by 11. Brett and I were both on Oregon minus 13.5. They won. Close game. They only won by 3. It was their
low scoring game.
It was their 8th straight game. They hadn't had a bye or a break in 8 games in a row, traveling across the country. So that was really, looking back, a foolish pick. But oh well. Troy, it looked good on paper, but it didn't come close to real life. He had BYU Kansas over 56.5. This was a defensive dogfight. The total ended up being 30 with Kansas getting the upset.
Well, I should take that one. I think you called out that Kansas was going to beat them on the show, but
yeah, I should have.
That wasn't your pick, though.
Yeah, I might have a Kansas-related pick coming up here. College bet records on the season. Taylor kicking ass, 9-2, 82%. Brett, surprisingly, 7-4, 64%. Pincheck 4-3. Nolan, you're 6-6. I am 4-8. I'm on a bad losing streak. Troy is 3-8.
All right. Well, let's go to the king of college ball, Taylor. What masterpiece of a pick do you have for the folks this week?
We are in November.
True.
And one of the prettiest fall atmospheres, Chestnut Hill up there in New England. North Carolina goes north. They're 3-point favorites. I know they've been winning lately, but they've been beating up on the shit of the ACC. Who are they? They don't deserve to be favorites on the road. Give me Boston College +3 at home.
Ooh, with a new quarterback, because the Castellanos left the team, transfer portal, BC.
Yeah.
I still can't keep track of this transfer portal.
They get that dead cat bounce.
Yeah.
Just like UNLV, they brought in the new guy.
No, I don't hate it.
That was the bounce.
Yeah.
That week I was on UNLV.
Yep. And they've been riding high since.
All right. I heard something, so this is what I'm going to do. Is it true that the defensive coordinator for the Boilermakers of Purdue is now calling plays for the offense? Is that how much disarray they're in right now?
I mean, I would believe it. I bet up Purdue's offense. I've not heard that, but I would believe it.
So you got that going, and they're playing Michigan State, who they don't score points either. I don't think they average like maybe 20 points a game. Over under is 47.5. I will take the under. Both offenses stink. Not playing for nothing. It's a walkthrough game.
Under 47.5.
Yeah. Under 47.5. Go five.
This is going to be pretty dumb probably. I got 2 Big 12 bets, and the Big 12 can be crazy, and watch me lose both of these, but I have a feeling at this point, I've watched enough of these Big 12 games. Colorado and Arizona State are the 2 best teams in the Big 12. If Colorado wins out, they're in the Big 12 title. Arizona State, because the tiebreakers, they might not get in, but they've been on fire. You had them as a free money bet a couple weeks ago.
Is the running back back?
He's back.
Is he healthy?
He's back.
That's great.
Give me Colorado -3 at Kansas. The game's going to be played in Arrowhead Stadium because Kansas is renovating their stadium this season. I bet there's going to be a lot of Colorado fans there because of the bandwagon and Shadur and Dion and Travis Hunter. And Colorado's been kicking teams' ass in the Big 12. After they lost to Kansas State, they've been on a roll lately. Give me Colorado -3. And then give me Arizona State at home -3 over BYU. BYU magic is over. They lost last week. They've been having close games every week. They have not dominated anybody. I think Arizona State's playing really well right now. They're home. So give me Arizona State -3 and Colorado -3.
So Kansas City is in Carolina this week.
Yes.
Tough environment, Carolina, without 203 fans they got there.
Yeah.
They're on a winning streak, though. 2 in a row.
I'm not going to lie. I was looking at the board way too long before we started this show. Carolina +11 is – I'm not betting it, but it's like the way Kansas City's been playing.
Yeah, they're probably going to be pissed off now.
Okay, they win by 9. Pissed off.
Maybe. In Carolina. Who would they just beat?
Beat the Saints.
Oh, yeah. But who'd they just beat?
Panthers. 3-7. Oh, yeah, the Giants in Germany. Daniel Jones, QB4 now.
That's right. So then they must have elected to take the bye?
Yes.
And they didn't play last week. Okay. So, yeah, could be on a 3-game heater if they beat Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean, they're well rested, yeah.
And then do they start creeping into the playoff picture?
Hey, 4-7 in the NFC, you're not out of it.
Actually, I have a bet with Todrick's son that they win at 3.5. wins for the Carolina Panthers, so I need another one.
Wow.
One more.
Love it.
You just need
Love
one
it.
more.
Yeah.
Not a 10-year-old.
Doesn't get much better than that.
I
Taylor,
tried taking him for 500, but Mike talked him down
his
to
dad's got it. His
10
dad's
or
good
15.
for
I
it.
think it's 10 or 15 or whatever. But
Well, Taylor, what do you got for your free money bet of the week this week?
I'm torn. Just give me give me the Texans. They look good with Nico back in the lineup. -8. Titans suck.
That's true. Titans
Well-
might be Raiders.
What was the number? -8?
Yeah.
Who's got the number one pick right now? Is it the Raiders?
I think so. Or I don't know.
Not Cutlets. Not Cutlets and the Giants.
Giants might have the number one pick. Yeah, go to tankathon.com.
Yeah.
While you're looking that up, I will give my free money bet.
Jaguars.
Oh
Browns, Giants, plus biggest fear. Oh yeah, because this will be like the third time in 5 years that they've had the number one pick.
yeah. That makes sense why Belichick's being in rumor with Jacksonville if they get the top pick.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, because what the one year they passed up on Hutchinson, right? They
Yeah.
took what's his name
The
from
Vegas,
Georgia,
the Vegas draft. Yep. I was there.
or was it the? Yes,
Oh,
it
no.
was.
It was
Detroit was
Hutchinson-
the next year,
Hutchinson and then Sauce Gardner was the third pick.
and then he announced Detroit's pick in
Yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So my free money bet. Speaking of Detroit, I'm going with the Lions.
Mm.
Lions have been boat racing everybody. Besides that game where Goff threw 5 interceptions versus the Texans and they still managed to win somehow, they boat race people. The Colts, they're going to be coming off. Oh my God, they won with Anthony Richardson. They beat the Jets. The Jets scored 27 against the Colts. The Jets don't score. That's the highest they scored all year. They don't score that many points to anybody. The Lions love to put up points against bad teams.
Yes, they
This
do.
is what they do. They are the new, I believe, in the betting odds, favorite to win the Super Bowl. Dan Campbell's going to run with that, embarrass teams. Lions -6.5 over the Colts. Book it. Kofod, what do you got for this game? Or
real
not
quick,
this game, but what's your pick?
real quick, I did a piss poor job. I forgot
the
Troy.
fuck? Where the hell did you get that 6.5 number from?
What's it now?
FanDuel?
7.5 on.
Oh,
FanDuel's better.
I was just thinking when I was literally about to bet it because it was 6.5. That's easy money.
Yeah.
maybe
I'll
it
look at-
changed.
Anyway, I did a piss poor job. Troy has Virginia +9.5 at home versus SMU. That's his college pick. And I also forgot to give last week's free money bet wins. Taylor Rams -4.5. That was a win. Beat the Pats by 6. I said Josh Allen would have 9 rushing attempts for +130. He had 12, including the epic touchdown. Troy had the over in Vikings Titans over 39.5, lost 36. Brett had Browns -1. They got boat raced by the Saints, lost by 21. And Nolan, the Packers won, but they did not cover the spread -5.5. You had the Bears. I got 2 free money bets. Speaking of the Bears, I must be an idiot for doing this, but I'm going to take the Bears +3.5 at
Just
home.
like Troy.
At home versus Vikings. I was locked into that Bears-Packers game. It was a pretty good game to watch. I thought it was better to watch, honestly, than Ravens-Steelers. And the Bears played their best game in a long time. Caleb Williams looked really good. It wasn't until that last drive when they slowed it down and then obviously the horrible field goal that the Packers knew they were going to block. But the Bears played. They did not quit. They played hard in that game.
My God, they're a fucking professional team.
Give me the Sam Darnold pumpkin to come back. Give me Bears +3.5. And then another pick. My guy was on a bye week last week, Kyler Murray, eating pizza with the people in New York City.
He's your guy?
I've always liked Kyler Murray, yeah.
I didn't know he was your guy, though.
He's one of my guys, yeah. I got a list of guys. We got
Right.
Dan Campbell, we got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kyler Murray. Give me
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh. I dressed up like him twice, so he's definitely my guy. Give me Cardinals Pick'em at Seahawks.
Ooh.
I don't trust Geno. Give me Kyler. Give me this Cardinals team's pretty
Yeah,
good.
This
Geno's-
game has gone like Seahawks -1.5, Cardinals -1, -1. It's just going.
Yeah. So give me Pick'em, Cardinals.
Yeah, and I'm checking right now. The Lions
Yeah.
are -7.5.
Yeah, I see 7.5
At -105. We
Yep,
should have
that's-
did the show yesterday.
You
Yeah,
still
that's-
you still want it at 7.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably not gonna matter. But 6.5 is a good number.
Yeah, that's when I
do
thought we
wonder
were
if-
doing the show yesterday, I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, it's easy.
I do wonder if there's a little Thanksgiving look ahead with the Lions. You know, they're about to be home, play the Bears. That'll be the real showcase of the country. So they maybe sleep around a little bit.
I don't
with the
think they
Colts.
need to showcase the country. They're already showcased.
Yeah, but it's different when it's a national window and everyone watches Thanksgiving games. That's a different, especially with Detroit. Like that's their until they get to the Super Bowl. That's their Super Bowl.
That's probably the best game of the Thanksgiving, right?
Packers Dolphins. If Tua doesn't get hurt, if Tua doesn't get hurt this week, Giants, Cowboys.
Giants. Yeah,
that should be flexed. That should be flexed out.
Cooper Rush.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the Cowboys getting flexed out at Thanksgiving?
Or at least to the early game.
Yeah,
it hasn't already.
Well, now they can't flex out the Bengals Cowboys Monday night game because they have the Simpsons altcast they've been working on for months. ESPN.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, like ESPN Plus is going to have like Simpsons characters doing the game as it goes or whatever. So
like announcing it?
No, like players on the like Mike McCarthy might be like Chief Wiggum or something.
What day? What game's that? What week?
I have to look at the schedule.
Like they did with Toy Story last year.
Yeah, like hockey's done it with like Farmville or something.
I'm gonna take the next day off of work. I'm gonna do a fucking ton of mushrooms before that game.
Disney just announced for one of the Christmas NBA games, they're gonna have like Mickey Mouse doing stuff. So like this is like the new trend. Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, they can't flex out Bengals Cowboys because of the Simpsons and Homer.
When do they start flexing the Saturday games?
Soon. Yeah, once we get to December here.
I'm kind of hoping the Bills-Patriots game right before Christmas gets flexed to Saturday. Be ideal.
Don't hate that.
You think they would though?
I mean, maybe like that Saturday afternoon game. I mean, that's usually a bad game that they push.
Well, if the Patriots get a couple more wins here, Drake May.
That would be what week 15, 16?
16.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, we'll see. The Bills might not even be playing for anything if that's how it shakes out.
I mean, it would take a lot, I think.
Yeah,
I bet
they're playing
out
for
of
something
out of seedings.
Yeah.
And
yeah, but at that point, I guess.
I bet they're still playing for something week 16.
All right.
By the way, Troy has Buccaneers -5.5 over the Giants. This is free money bet.
Doesn't like Tommy DeVito.
I don't think the Giants players like Tommy. They're all upset about it, and Drew Lock is upset that he's not the starting quarterback. So everyone's all pissed off with the Giants.
You think you would throw Drew Lock out there and see what he can do?
No, they're doing it because he's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I think it's the Mara owners saying, "Hey, people like Tommy DeVito. They like doing this.
Let's put some people in the seats.
Let's have some people with some excitement for this game instead of being all pissed off and moody."
Yeah, and then he's gonna say, "I have a real tough time sleeping at night if Tommy DeVito goes and plays for the Eagles next year."
These New York owners, between him and then Woody Johnson.
Oh my God!
Let's bench Aaron Rodgers and let me.
Yeah, did you see that story?
It's crazy. I 100%.
That was like week 4,
it.
Right?
Yeah, the Broncos game.
I mean, he might not have been wrong.
Yeah, I think he was right.
I mean, he's got like 17 touchdowns and 7 or 8 picks. I mean, I'm not saying he's the old Aaron Rodgers, but he's not the worst quarterback in the league.
By league standards, he's like 25th.
He's not the worst.
He's not the worst.
He's got to be better than the Jets' backups. He's got to be better than
Tyrod.
His QBR.
I would take him over Tyrod.
His QBR is the same as Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Granted,
that's bad.
They take running into QBR, and that's probably why Daniel Jones gets a little bit of a boost.
Yeah, but still, Rodgers can't move.
Move.
Rodgers is done in New York. I don't think he's coming back next year.
I don't like
the way they're making all these.
Where does he go?
He waits for somebody to get hurt and
Vikings.
The Vikings?
They got
McCarthy.
They got the rookie.
Well, McCarthy's having a second surgery on his knee. Maybe
he's not going to go somewhere and be the mentor for a rookie to come and take his job.
I just want the Brett Favre finish.
Oh, that would be.
That's all.
That would be exactly the same.
Yeah.
You would need a team like the Bengals or the Bills or some team that
he's not going to be a backup.
No, where their quarterback
Oh,
gets
he gets
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah, and then you bring
So
him
he'll
in.
try to pull the who is it right now? Who the fuck isn't playing right now?
Nobody.
You tell
No.
me.
Tannehill.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Tanner. Oh yeah. But that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Yeah, he play, and then like if some like contender like quarterback like third week of the season like blows out his knee, you could bring in Rodgers and hopefully he's better than your backup.
Yeah, then he just gets your whole staff fired and
Well,
brings
obviously,
Devontae Adams with him and
hey, if he's the league minimum.
Jesus.
Oh,
What
man.
a fucking shit show.
He'd walk
I
in
love
after
it.
what? He'd walk in after a 16-13 win and say, "You better trade for fucking Devontae Adams."
I
Like,
love
you
it.
know what? You know,
It's
you're
true.
fired.
It took him 5 drives to get a first down against the Colts last
And they should have won. Could have won.
Yeah,
They should have won.
Yeah.
But they didn't because they're losers. Aaron's
What
a
are they?
lo-
What are they? 1-5 since they fired Saleh?
Yeah, 3-8 overall.
That's just pathetic.
I thought, remember,
Salah's going to get another coaching job because of this. Not right away, but he eventually probably will.
and remember when they beat the Patriots and they were going to the Super Bowl?
Remember the second half of the Texans Thursday night? They figured it out, and then nope, they didn't figure it out.
And their defense used to be like,
Oh, their defense is
damn.
awful.
They
they're
play.
so bad.
Sauce Gardner
Also-
doesn't hit anybody. Can't tackle. Doesn't hit anybody.
Also, maybe because Robert Saleh is gone, that takes a hit on your defense. But yeah, Sauce Gardner is well, and also I think it seemed like last year he was getting away with everything, holding,
Yeah. No,
know,
not so much.
not so much. So yeah,
When
Jets.
the interim coach has to do a presentation on tackling, and then he says it to the public, that's not a good look for the Jets.
Well, he says it to the public, we know how to tackle, and then the very next game blatantly misses a tackle.
Big time. Like I
Hilarious.
said, Florida State and the Jets, 2 worst tackling teams in football.
Love to see it. And what do they do next year? Because I think didn't they trade a first round pick for Rodgers? Or I guess I don't remember.
Well, they got Jordan Travis. They drafted. He'll be healed by then. Let the kid give the kid a shot. I love Jordan Travis. That's another one of my guys, Jordan Travis.
Yeah,
Let him.
Keon Coleman's guy.
Absolutely. Should have been in the playoff.
He'll catch one touchdown. He'll be demanding. Get Travis on the team. Be the backup. I need my backup here.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, could he be any worse than Trubisky?
I hope he's better than Trubisky.
I mean,
Yeah.
Trubisky went to the playoffs twice.
Trubisky's had a long NFL career. I'll give him credit for that. He must be a really good guy in the locker room.
He wasn't hurt last year when they played the Bills, right? They just started Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
So that's not a good look.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
Same with Will Levis. He was back last week, but when Mason's getting time over you, it's not a good look.
Will Levis had a 98-yard touchdown.
Good for him. He still lost by 10.
All right, boys. That
Show.
takes us through another show. Be sure to tune in when I post this because I definitely am.
Yep.
All right. So until next week, we'll be back picking the Bills versus the 49ers Sunday night football. But until then, bet responsibly. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
go Bills. Now let's get this fucking TSA thing figured out.